All right, TOVS. Let's get it going. Another insane in the bell. Let's. Wait. But I told everyone that I beat Tower of Vivid Sections. So why is the sign gray? So, no, I did not beat Tower of Vivid Sections. So, what did I say? I'm sorry that I lied, and that's about it. I did not beat Tower of Vivid Sections.
But if you didn't beat Tower of Vivid Sections, then what did you spend so much time in Ring 4 for? There's like nothing else you could have.
You can't be fucking serious. Yeah, I did. I beat my first terrifying, guys. I beat my first terrifying. Yeah, I beat Tower of Inception. I have no idea what compelled me to do this. Actually, yes, I do. That's a lie. I don't know what got into me to give me the motivation to do this. That's probably a better way to really explain it. I don't know. The revamp was coming out soon, trademark, and I had done a playthrough of the revamp because this tower has been on my mind for a while now, and I just, I wanted to get it done before the revamp came out, because the revamp that EToH made, I really do not like. It is... We need to have one bad tower in EToH, and the revamp does not have the same charm that this version of Tower of Inception did. So I would much rather have beaten this one than any other version. Now, of course, this was not easy at all in the slightest. The most comparable thing that I can compare the first half of ToI to is like playing B-sides of TOSM. Now granted, I did fluke all of B-sides. That was a thing that I did. And I know that's probably makes me unreliable, but I don't care. That is probably I know how TOSM plays. I know what it would be like to fail a billion times on B-side. It's like insufferable. It's also like the same insufferability of failing the final stretch of Tower Bloodthirsty Kinos 14 times. I think I can attest to that one pretty well. But yeah, this tower was still not easy at all. I pushed myself very hard. This was the only thing that I actually played on EToH for like 5 days. The entire grind took place in like 5 days. And I don't understand how that's possible because this is significantly harder. But we'll get into that later. For now, just roll the completion. Whoa. Pause. What is this archaic mechanism? What is this contraption? What is this tech that I'm doing here? Well, you see, about a week before I first started playing this tower, maybe I don't know, 4 to 5 days, maybe a week, who knows. But before I started playing Tower of Inception, I discovered that they actually re-added the laugh emote into the game. Now, what does this mean? Oh, laugh clips are back in the game, because, you can add the emote back, but you can't take away the clip. Cool. What can I do with this? You can actually laugh clip, and I surprisingly got extremely consistent at laugh clipping for absolutely no reason. I remember back in like 2021, probably 2022, when laugh clips were like a super popular, not archaic technique. They were the most RNG, most stupid clip in the game, because you had to set your FPS to like 30. And even then it wouldn't work 90% of the time. Now, but for whatever reason, on new Roblox physics, they work almost like 65% of the time for me. I play on 120. I don't know how that's even possible. Like, 30 FPS works 40% of the time. Oh, new Roblox update. 120 FPS works 65% of the time. I don't know. But the dance clips that I would have done in this tower, so the very first one, and there's probably like one more that I'm misremembering right now, but the dance clips that I would have done, I did laugh clips for. And as you will see at the end of floor 1, the outside section actually becomes quite a bit more lenient if you can laugh clip consistently, because the button to get back inside, it only activates and deactivates a 1 stud thick platform. And you can clip through that with laugh clips. So yeah, you will see me do that as well. And that might be all. I don't know. Just keep watching the video and you'll find out. let's address the elephant in the room. What the fuck was that? So, when I was practicing Tower of Inception, I also practiced the GBJ escapes because I wanted to make this tower as fun and as possible for me as I humanly could. Unfortunately, I am not Adamir, so I will not be doing this skipless, nor will I be doing it escapeless, because I want to have fun when I play EToH. And if I don't have fun, then what's the point? So, everything you've seen until here is fully legit. I took one skip that I can think of. Well, two skips actually. There is one on floor 6 where I did a head hitter to escape a part that... Honestly, I don't even know how Itnir didn't catch that you can head hitter that one. It's like a 7-stud head hitter. It's light work. And then I also did the escape on floor 8. Yes. I mean, you can count the thing that I did on floor 7 if you want as well. Nobody's gonna stop you. I mean, go figure. But like, this is different. Floor 9A is the hardest floor of Tower of Inception. It is widely considered low catastrophic. Adamir has it at low catastrophic. I personally had it at like sort of bottom catastrophic. Like, it felt like a lot of floors in Tower of Fervent, whatever, ToIF in Timeless Manor of the Eternal Abyss. It felt like a lot of those floors to me, just condensed. ToIF is extremely long. This is like a short snippet of ToIF gameplay. Anyways, I don't know how I came to this conclusion. I cut it out, obviously, because otherwise you'd be sitting there for 5 minutes, but I did walk around and try every single option to lag high jump. I tried 15-stud lag high jump, whatever, with the stress ball, to get extra height. But everything is like 16.5 to 17.5 studs off the ground. So it's literally impossible, unless I learned on the spot how to heli-glide, which I don't even think is in the game anymore, and also not clip out and instantly die. I don't know how I came to the conclusion to try laugh clipping on what looked like a 2-stud wall, but I did, and it worked. Now, let's go over the implications of this. How hard do I think Tower of Inception is with the removal of 9A? If we made 9A fully safety netted, how hard would 9A be? Now, this is a tricky question, because obviously 9A is low catastrophic. That's not easy at all. But there's a tower in the Eternal Abyss. It's called Tower of Ease to Abyss. It is basically a difficulty chart accurate Tower of Difficulty chart. So floor 10 is Kata, floor 9 is Terrifying, so on and so forth. Now, what would this be rated as? Terrifying? Maybe high Terrifying, low Kata? No, it's like mid-extreme. If it may be a little bit higher, but it's still extreme. Taking that into consideration, I only deem the removal of about 0.1 on the difficulty chart for the removal of a low catastrophic floor in a high Terrifying. I genuinely think that most of Tower of Inception is really hard. Now, I know this is not an opinion for everyone. You could think that most of Tower of Inception is extreme, and then there's one Kata floor that absolutely brings up the difficulty, and that's fine. But you aren't me. And this is going on my spreadsheet with my personal opinions. This is not your accomplishment, and therefore, it only gets rid of 0.1 on the difficulty chart for me. Now, I did place this at 10.75 exactly. Where does the other 0.02 come from? It's the GBJ escapes. Like, I had to remove something, and they don't make the gameplay easier. They just remove risk on floors that I really don't want to play, and I didn't even have to use all of them. I used the one on 9B and 10, and that's it. Unless you count the 9A that I discovered on the spot, that is it. So, yeah. Rant over. Back to the completion. There's no fucking way. Well. Cool. Hey guys, I beat Tower of Vivid Sections today. Alright. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's so stupid. Oh my god, dude. I beat my first terrifying. Wow. I don't even know what to say, dude. That's actually fucking crazy work that I pulled that off. I literally, in my notes for today, I literally typed, I don't know if I can pull this off in time, because the revamp is supposed to be coming out here very, very, very soon. But it doesn't even matter anymore. Technically, I fluked the entirety of the second side. I don't understand why that didn't kick me, but a win is a win. I will take that. That is 100% what I just beat. Without floor 9A, that is still 100% terrifying in my books. I don't even know what to say. This is surreal, dude. Oh my god. I can't fucking believe it. That's... Oh my god. It's fucking over, dude. Jeez.